Good day, everyone. Kristen Brown here with KristenBrown.org, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about trying to break free from that cyclical pattern of arguing that you have with your partner. I'm sure some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like you have the same arguments over and over and over again. They just repeat. They are on the spin cycle, or as the band Lifehouse calls them, it's a sick cycle carousel. And you're exhausted and you're ready to step down for good. This is that place that I really like to step in with couples because, yeah, I know that this is where it's going to go wrong. I know that this is where the relationship's going to end, and doggone it, there's probably kids involved, and it's going to end up in another divorce, which breaks my heart. Because a lot of time I see couples that really don't need to get divorced. A lot of them do, and I will always disclaim if there's any sort of abuse involved, then you need to get divorced. I 100% will back you 100% always. But a lot of times it's two people that really love each other that just can't seem to get it right. They just can't seem to get that headway that they're looking for in their relationship. And it's two different minds, it's two different backstories, it's two different sets of DNA, it's two different levels of intelligence, or the same level of intelligence but in two different areas. It's two different value systems and sometimes moral systems. And so we come together and it is this power struggle between two people. Bam, bam, bam. Two rams knocking, two egos knocking, each person trying to be right and also trying to get their needs met. So I want to talk to you guys about seeking for solution. But before I get started, I want to introduce myself. I am Kristen Brown. I'm a relationship healing and self-worth recovery life coach, author, mentor, and the host of the Sweet Empowerment podcast, Reclaiming Your Personal Power, on iTunes and Spotify. You can also find it on SoundCloud. And I'm here to talk to you about all things healing, all things that have to do with the relationship and self-healing. Because many times how we're going to move and shift and grow through our relationships is by healing ourselves. It's something that a lot of people don't understand because they're pointing the finger out there at their partner or their person or their mother or their father, sister, brother, cousin, boss, whoever it might be. However, when we seek to control / change / heal / work on ourselves, then we are putting ourselves in a position to have some type of say in this situation that is happening to us. So when you are in this sick cycle carousel with someone, what's happening is two people are trying to be right. It is a power play between the couple. I've been in those myself. I understand completely. They're ridiculous. I tend to get sucked in and then I'm in there and it's 3 hours later and I'm like, what the heck, I did it again. I'm in this darn cyclical pattern. So what I've done to stop this, and this is a very simple method. You guys are gonna be like, really? Oh yeah, really? And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you guys these tips and tools that are gonna help you shift sometimes things that have been ongoing for a really long time by implementing a new strategy, a new tool, a new idea, a new perception. You can literally change the course of your relationship. So here it is. Here's the tool. Focus on solution, not the problem. You're all like, what? What does that mean? Okay. So a lot of times we focus on the problem. Well, you're not doing this. Well, you said that. Well, you acted like this. Well, you went there. You didn't go there. Blah, blah, blah. You know the whole story, okay? So we want to sit around and we want to bitch. We want to bitch. We want to bitch to our friends. We want to complain to people. We want to point the finger at our couple, our partner, and roll our eyes. And we're like, he's doing that again. And we're acting powerless. And quite frankly, we're acting like victims. Yeah, there's that word. How do we get out of this? By focusing on solution. So this thing comes up between you and your person. Whether it is your couple or anybody else, any other loved one in your life, this thing comes up. Focus on the solution, okay? Realize and give value and credence to the fact that you guys are seeing this differently. That's okay. It is okay unless it's a life or death situation. Sorry, my timer went off on my phone to go pick up my daughter from school, but there's no school today. And it cut my video off. So I'm jumping in again. It is okay that you see the situation differently. So many of us see the situations differently. We have completely different backstories. We have completely different histories. We have different DNA. Sometimes we're different genders. Sometimes our morals and values and everything is different, like I mentioned earlier. So we're going to see things differently. Where it's going to matter about seeing things differently, because I can hear all the buts happen out there in the gallery, is if it's your hill to die on, and I will get to that, because that is an important place to be. However, when you know that you are just seeing things differently, okay, it's just different. You think this should be a priority, your partner thinks that should be a priority, all right? Or you think this is more important and your partner thinks that is more important, or your mother, your brother, whoever it might be. I'm just going to use partner for simplicity purposes right here. Then the most important thing to do is to honor the person's differences. Stop trying to make them wrong for the way they think. All right? It's the way they think. It's the way they think. And if anything, you can love them through that. You can say, I understand that's the way you think. And that's okay. You know, you're allowed to have your thoughts. You're allowed to have your opinions. You're allowed to be you, because I love you for you. And I love that you have this different way of thinking. Now, if some of you are like, well, I don't love that they have this different way of thinking, or I don't love them for that. No. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have you stop for a minute. And this might be a little harsh, but I'm wondering if you're being selfish. Being a little selfish? Okay, you're still trying to get your way. Your ego's still got a really tough hold on you, because true love literally allows people to think the way they think and allow them to be the way they're being. We don't seek to constantly control. There's a level of personal freedom involved with letting people be who they are. But sometimes there's important parts where we need to stop this 6-cycle carousel. And here's how that happens. We seek for solution only. Rather than doing this, buffering around, we go, okay, let's find a solution here, because obviously I'm not going to think like you think, and you're not going to think like I think. So can we find a solution here? And you put your heads together and you find a solution. Sometimes that solution means compromise. It means a meet in the middle, whatever that looks like for you. I'm not going to get into all the details of compromise. Finding somehow, maybe you do this one day and then you do their thing the other day, whatever it might be, find the compromise. When you look for solution in these issues with your person, you are now on the right trajectory. You're going up. You're going up. You're getting out of the freaking quagmire. You're getting out of the quicksand and you're going up. All right, that's what we're trying to do. Unless you're someone who likes to be in arguments, which I don't. I hate that feeling. I do not like, who really likes conflict? I'm sure there's some people do. But for the majority of us, we don't like conflict, so we try to avoid it. But the times that we can't avoid it, and we're staying in it, which we shouldn't avoid it, but that's another episode, and we're in it, and it's just this, it's maddening like this, seek for solution and stay on topic. That's my second point. Because I have been in situations where the person wants to not only make me wrong, they want to spin out into outer space and talk about things that aren't even relevant to the initial point. There's one point here. There's one thing in question here, and this person is out here, you know, throwing spaghetti at a wall, trying to make something stick somehow to make me wrong. What works is pulling it right back down to the topic at hand. Stick to the fact, period. Fact, solution oriented, all right? Fact, solution oriented. Don't try to be right. That's the third point. Open your heart. Listen to what your person is saying, all right? What is their point? What is it that they're trying to make? Does it make sense to you? Can you even remotely relate to it? Can you be more gentle in the way that you are approaching this situation, okay? I know with a lot of couples, we get so relaxed, and even with family members, we get so relaxed that we stop being nice. We stop being gentle and we stop being kind. When you bring love to a situation, that situation automatically shifts. Boom. There is a shift in energy. There is a shift in healing. God is now in the picture. Light is now in the picture. Universal divine intelligence is now in the picture. Soften if you need to soften. If your person needs to soften, tell them, hey, I can't listen to you when you're talking like this, or let's revisit this conversation when you can talk a little bit more softly to me. But always aim for solution. What's important to understand in this entire situation, that by doing something differently, we're going to get a different result. Remember, we're in this cycle because we're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So in order to get a different result, we've got to try something different. A lot of people say, well, why is it me? Why am I the person? Well, A Course in Miracles says, whoever is more sane at the moment, meaning closer to God at the moment, it is their duty and responsibility to try something different. So what if it's you? So what if it's you? I actually find kind of a little bit of joy and fun and snazziness when I get to try on a new tool or a new perception shift, or somehow bring love into the equation in a different way. It's really fun to watch and observe how the situation changes. We got to let go of our need to control constantly, or our need to be right or to be in charge. When we're truly looking to stop the 6-cycle carousel, then we start looking for solutions. We stay rooted in fact, and we start to do things differently. Things start to shift, and it gets really freaking exciting. All right, you guys, I hope you got a lot from this today. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you receive notifications when I upload new vids. And also comment. You guys know I love your comments. I love your comments. You guys are just, this is like the sweetest, open-hearted, seeking community out there. And I just love y'all so much. Mwah. Thanks for listening. Peace.